Tonight on EA Sports. Super Bowl 63. It's the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Cleveland Browns.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Cleveland Browns taking on the NFC champions. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis, and what a season it's been for our AFC champions. I mean, this was a fight just to get to the Super Bowl. You got to figure that they are very battle-tested and ready.
I'd agree with you 100% about that. You don't get there without having those types of attributes, and that's what you look for in a Super Bowl team. Character, confidence. These guys don't lack for either one of those. Now they're here. Now they're ready to win.
Meanwhile, our NFC champions, they have gone through a lot to get where they are. Everybody knows their story this season. What's the key for them as they start this Super Bowl?
Let's go full cliche on this one because it works. Remember what got you here. Been a winning formula all season long. This is a team that when we saw them in the preseason, we said they look like a group that has what it takes to be a Super Bowl winning team. And we've been proven right by what we've seen throughout the season.
Take home the final Super Bowl of the decade. Super Bowl 63 is underway. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Seattle's first go on offense forthcoming, and under center, of course, Russell Wilson.
And he comes in off of a tremendous game in the NFC Championship round 2 weeks ago. This has been a team all season long that's really taken their identity from their quarterback, and he's been very vocal in the days leading up to this game that he believes that this is their time, and he's going to do all he can to will them to a Super Bowl win.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Flush to his right. He'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 46.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
Now left side on the swing pass. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 42-yard line. To throw is Wilson. Brought in by Wheaton. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. Out left here. It's complete to Wheaton.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already in the field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, Park.
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. It's a loss of 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. Here's Wilson to throw. Touchdown! With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl, and a long one at that. And the Seahawks are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
And he's been sensational all season long, but he saved his best work for the playoffs, leading his guys to the AFC Championship a couple of weeks ago. And now he knows what lies ahead. He's going to need to play a near-perfect 4 quarters of football to get his guys to the finish line.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. A give. This is Chubb. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A run for Nick Chubb. A little second effort there on the strong run. And then drop just inside of the 20. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. While he gets attended to, we'll step aside. They'll run with Chubb, and a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. They'll try again with Chubb. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now, after that last running play, we've got an offensive lineman down on the field. Third and goal, a big play in this Super Bowl. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Lutz puts this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor. So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's going to get this inside the 30. On first down, Wilson escaping the pressure right. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Here's Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come back, reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 2 minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. Now a play fake here on first down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. Going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Browns are back within a score. And a special play there by the special teams. It's one thing to fake it. He ran it in for the score.
I think the special teams coach saw something on film in preparation for this game, told the head coach now's the time. He got the green light, and they worked it to perfection.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Now Wilson on first down. Flushed out right. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Here's Wilson, eluding the pressure right. Wide open receiver, complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 18.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks would extend their lead here just before halftime. Now the try here for the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Browns going to go on offense one final time in this first half as they take over with just 17 seconds left before the break. Chubb with a first down carry as he'll get about 3 out of it. Make it 2nd and 7 coming up. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And the defense obviously expecting run as well as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they will bottle him up behind the line. And now will they use a timeout? And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. It's been a tremendous season from beginning to end. And now we'll play one half of football to decide who raises the Lombardi Trophy. And for the call, let's get it right back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. And right now, their chances of hoisting that Lombardi Trophy not looking too great, but perhaps that long halftime, maybe it did them a world of good.
But if there's ever a chance to regroup, It's in this game, right? Because you do have that long halftime, a chance to really assess things and maybe make some changes and true adjustments. They played great all year long. That was the worst first half of the season for them. They're hoping to put it behind them and come out punching here in the second half.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to have the hook up to Schwartz. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Room to run past midfield. And he's got some space here. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. A big play that time on a catch and run. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. Stops short of the 25, but that second effort got him a couple extra. 2nd and 5. They run it again with Chubb. And down inside the 15 he goes. 57 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Schwartz. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. They'll look to throw here. Back in the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
So let's glance at a player spotlight now with Russell Wilson. And a trio of touchdown passes so far. They've got the lead as well. All is good in their football world at this point.
And it's so much fun for our colleagues, right? Think about our producer, our director, everyone putting together these shots. Wouldn't you love to be in the truck right now and hear him calling for it? Give me that one, give me that one, give me that one. And we just saw 3 beautiful touchdown passes.
Now he's looking for 4. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Wheaton's got it. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson, flush to his right. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. It's a big play there for Seattle.
It doesn't look like this defense found the magic elixir at halftime. This offense was rolling in the first half, and that's continued here in the third quarter. Another big play right there.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Wilson escaping the pressure right. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. And now they're in the hurry-up. Throwing again here, Wilson. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Myles Garrett. He's the one who runs him down, and my goodness, that is just a disastrous loss for this offense. On second and a long way to go. Wilson. He'll get that complete to Parkinson. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Catch is made by Metcalf. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down. So with a yardage on that completion, he's now right at exactly 300 yards on the game.
And isn't that the magic number you get? All right, 300. That means it's going to go on a commemorative football to put on your mantle when they give you the game ball if your team wins. So much confidence flowing through them right now, throwing the football. I think it's permeated itself throughout the entire team. They feel good about what they're doing.
So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Browns' drive about to get started. And we're at the time in this Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the 4th quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Back to throw. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's really a difficult task.
It's caught by OBJ. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. The Browns on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. They'll set up to throw. And he'll take a shot here for Hooper downfield. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Nothing here. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And I think they are going to get this one back. Boy, that would have been something, double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT.
This is really, really difficult for teams to coach because you love the extra effort, right? When he break a couple of tackles, I mean, he was really trying to gain the extra yardage. But you also have to have an idea that people are going to come up behind you from the side, trying to take care of the ball while you're trying to get extra effort. Sometimes you have to know when to say when and maybe just go down.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Flush to his right. He'll find Metcalf. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Metcalf once again the target. 2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. With his guys trailing here in the 4th, he can ill afford a repeat of the interception that ended the last drive.
Yeah, you're 2 scores down. You take it upon yourself now to play perfect or near perfect football if you want to get your team back into the game. But it's also tough to do when you're trying to avoid errors, yet still play perfect football.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now back to throw.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw again. It's caught. Beckham. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. He completes it to Beckham. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Read it well, and it's picked. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, we knew this was going to be a tall order anyway, down 2 scores with this little time remaining, but that interception puts an end to any hopes that they had.
All right, partner, work with me here because obviously scoring a touchdown, getting the onside kick, then going down, scoring again. Well, that's asking a lot, isn't it? And that's really not a great expectation to begin with. I think they'll look back on this game and see what got them in this spot in the first place and say to themselves, we really gave this game away.
And they take a knee. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they'll indeed take a knee. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. The Seahawks send out their punter. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Now on the return, oh no, the ball is loose. And the Seahawks have picked it up.
Zero rooting interest in it, but that one hurt.
Well, yeah, you're losing in the 4th quarter. A bad time for a fumble on a punt return.
They had an opportunity. All right, they were sensei. They're down on the scoreboard, and now they just gave that one up.
Time for this one final knee to put a bow on this title bout.
I don't know why we did it, but we went to their final walkthrough for some reason, and what did we see? Their last play in walkthrough was taking a knee and celebrating winning a Super Bowl. They wanted that visualization. They did it for real.
Yeah, they just scripted it out. Defense can't stop the clock, and they can watch the final seconds tick. And the Seahawks are the class of the NFL. Seattle wins the Super Bowl. to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.
And they end this year just how everybody wants to end the year, holding the Lombardi Trophy. What a season for them. What a ride it's been for us as well here in the booth. For Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gunn. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next season right here on EA Sports.